Today's episode of the Riderflex podcast is sponsored by our friends at Vacation Fund. It's a new employee vacation saving platform. It allows employees to direct a portion of their paycheck into a separate vacation fund account and allows companies to top up those contributions. Vacation Fund is a cost-effective strategy for competitive companies to attract talent, reduce the risk of burnout, and increase employee retention. And on today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, that fancy Ivy League degree or the PhD you have doesn't mean you're going to get the job you want. Trust me. Riderflex is a recruiting firm, right? So we talk to employers all the time. More often than not these days, they'll tell me, I don't care where they went to school. I don't care what their degree was in. Yep, I hate to break the news to you, but more and more employers, they really don't care. So just because you have the MBA from Stanford doesn't mean you're going to be selected. Now, am I saying don't go to school and college is a waste? No, I'm not saying that, so don't hit me with a bunch of crazy, mean emails, all right? But what I am saying is this. You better do all the other things you're supposed to do besides get the degree. Networking, internships, relationships, etc. You can't just be some arrogant asshole that went to Harvard and think you're just going to walk in and get hired just because. Those days are over, okay? Besides, most people can just Google anything they want to know and they'll get the answer. They don't need the degree. Just kidding. All right, I'm just kidding. I know that's not possible for everything, but it is for a lot of stuff. The point of the podcast is this. Stop being arrogant just because you have the big fancy degree. Do all the other things you're supposed to do to land the job. Internships, relationships, networking, etc. And be super humble, super nice, super polite, and passionate when you apply for the job. And you'll give yourself a much better chance. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. Our show can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com and click on the podcast page to hear all the previous episodes and learn more about the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Contact us at the email address info@riderflex.com or 888-964-5876. Thanks so much for listening, and if you enjoy our show, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes.